and welcome finally to my 1000 subscribers Q&A, which still seems so weird to say that I have 1000 subscribers, because I literally can't thank you guys enough. I never thought anyone would be interested in my videos, so yeah, thanks so much, I guess. Yeah, let's get to the questions. So first I'll start with like general questions just about like me and this channel. So first is just like a basic intro. What is my name, how old am I, stuff like that. So just quickly whiz through them. My name is Shannon, but I usually go by Shan. I'm 23. I live in the UK. And my pronouns are she, her, and they, them. So, and then kind of linked to that is astrology question. So I'll just say my like main three. I'm a Sagittarius sun, my moon is Scorpio, and my rising is Cancer. And then question 3 is what inspired you to start your channel? Essentially, I've been thinking about it for a while because, obviously, if you've seen my videos, I post a lot of J-pop content, and that's not really like a huge thing on YouTube compared to K-pop. So I always wanted to like, well, I was like, oh, well, no one's doing it, so I might as well do it, that kind of thing. And then as well, like at the time I was just, you know, struggling with my mental health and stuff. I really needed like a creative outlet, so yeah, that's why I started my channel. What program do I use to make my videos? I use Premiere Pro. Yeah. I'm not like an expert or anything, I just kind of learn as I go. How long does it take to make my videos? Planning usually takes like a couple of hours, and then not filming, but like editing and stuff, usually like a day. But yeah, really they don't usually take that long. Yeah, like a day. How do I come up with ranking? So basically I kind of have like a long-winded process to making my videos. All takes everything happens in this notebook. So I'll show. Basically what I do is I'll make a playlist so I'll use Apple Music of like, so say I was ranking AKB48 singles. I put all of their singles in a playlist in chronological order. I'll listen to them all and give them each song a ranking out of 10, and then I kind of will, let me try and find an example. Oh, here's my NMB48 one. So for each like ranking, so I guess like 8 out of 10 or whatever, I'll sort them all into like smaller groups and then rank them internally in the groups. I don't know if that shows well. And then I will place the overall ranking based on the ranking in the smaller categories. And just for like rankings where there's so many songs, so for most J-pop groups, I just find that easier to like rank, basically. But yeah, that's my method. I'd really like to do more like in-person videos that are kind of more in depth, because I think the kind of videos I do now where it's not me talking is I think it's hard to be like detailed when I comment on things, and sometimes it's hard to be like very precise and put my opinion in a single line. so I'd like to do more of me talking, but that would require me to like get some better like filming equipment, which is expensive, so I don't know when that will happen. But yeah, that's kind of what I hope to do eventually. What are my hot interests slash hobbies outside of J-pop and K-pop? Generally the main thing I do is play video games. Yeah, I really like anything like fantasy, RPG, those types of games. My favourite like video game series is the Legend of Zelda series, but 3 games that I like really love are The Witcher 3, Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and Red Dead Redemption 2. Those are like 3 games I have constantly in rotation. It's kind of embarrassing. But yes, and also I like to read. Again, I love fantasy. For books I love like horror and thriller, like mystery, stuff like that, generally. So yeah, those are my 2 hobbies. And then the last general question is, what music do I like outside of J-pop and K-pop? Generally just pop music. My favourite artist of all time is Mariah Carey. And then I just generally enjoy like female soloists, Britney, Beyonce, Carly Rae Jepsen, Rina Sawayama, to name a few. And also I had an emo phase in my teens, so but from that like era of my life, I really only still listen to Paramore and My Chemical Romance. So yeah, that's my music taste, I guess. Just like women, pop by women. How and when did I get into J-pop? It was so long ago that it's kind of hard to like explain. It's essentially when I was like 9 or 10, so this was like 2009, 2010, when I first started using the internet. I'd go on YouTube and, you know, you just kind of like go down rabbit holes and stuff, and I think originally it was like anime, like, you know how they would have like anime episodes in like 70 parts, and then from there I started listening to like anime OSTs, and then somehow from there I found like I can't remember what like the term for it, because I know there is one, but it's like Japanese people who would do like dance covers and stuff, and usually they were like Vocaloid and Hello Project, so that's basically how I found J-pop. So I used to watch those dances. Yeah, and then basically through them I found like, so I said Hello Project, that was mainly at the time Buono and a bit of Cute and Moni Musume, and then from there I went on to find AKB48, and yeah, the rest is history. The question is, who are my wishies, my favourite members? I'll just say generally for like my top groups. So for AKB48, it's kind of complicated because it's such a big group, and you know, when members graduate you start to like other members, but generally my like kameyoshis for AKB are the No Sleeves members, so Takashi Minami, Minagishi Minami and Kojima Haruna. They're my like top favourites, and then I also really like Okada Nana and Okabe Rin. They're like my favourites. And then for, I'll say for Nagizaka 46, my Kamiyoshi is Ikuta Erika, but since she graduated, my like current Oshi is Umezawa Minami. And I'll say Morning Musume too, since they're these three groups are my top three. My Kamiyoshi for Morning Musume is Takashi Ai, and then my current Oshi is Oda Sakura. I hope I pronounced all their names right. I get like so nervous about that. What are my favourite groups at the moment? So this is like regardless of like actual ranking or anything. Two groups right now really stand out to me, and those are Not Equal Me and Hinata 46. Not Equal Me is mainly just because of like how amazing their releases have been for like the past year, basically, and even more than that, but like since I really got into them, just non-stop amazing releases. I really love their music. And then Hinata is because I watched their variety show and I just kind of like fell in love with them. They're such a funny group. They're like really good at variety. So yeah, I really like those two groups a lot at the moment. Which disbanded group do I want to come back the most? It's a hard question because I like a lot of disbanded groups. For J-pop, I would say either Cute or Fairies. And then for K-pop, it would be Wonder Girls or FX. Yeah. If I could place myself into one group, which group would I fit the most? I don't know. I don't really think, I don't know, based on like look, none. Just generally, I think I'd like to be in Hinata. Like, I think I'd fit in like personality-wise. So yeah, I'll say them. And also, I'd like to have their discography as like my discography. I think that concepts from J-pop trickle into K-pop all the time, so it's kind of hard to say one. I'd like more groups to do the whole like, you know, kind of whimsical, dreamy concept like Nagizaka, like that kind of music, because it used to be more common in K-pop with like G-Friend and Lovelyz. I think it's becoming more common again, but yeah, I'd say that. Or like, just like girls having fun. With like girls having fun without it being like labelled a cute concept. Like equal love kind of vibe. That's what I like in K-pop. Generally, it would be Mariah Carey. I just love her so much. But for J-pop, I guess I'd say AKB, just because they have so much music that I don't think I could get bored of listening to them for the rest of my life. And for K-pop, I'd probably say BoA, which might surprise people since obviously I love Girls' Generation, but also BoA has so much music. For K-pop, Girls' Generation or BoA, I guess I'd say. Oh no, not this question. As a 48 group fan, how do I feel about Produce 48? As I did watch the show like as it was airing, and it is responsible for me getting back into J-pop, so I guess I can say that as a positive. But I think the main like criticism of the show as a 48 group fan, and I think most people would agree, is the way that, especially in like the first couple of episodes, the 48 group members were kind of portrayed as being like super untalented, they don't know anything, like, yeah, it wasn't nice, and I think that's affected how people outside of, like, people who know about idol culture view well, 48 group in general, but I feel like people apply those like stereotypes almost to all of J-pop, which I think is really unfair, because like J-pop is just as like diverse and has as much like talent as any other genre. So yeah, just in general, survival shows suck. So yeah, that's my opinion on that. I have 3. I noted them down just so I wouldn't forget. The first is Natsumoto, I think that's how it's pronounced. It's the newest A-side by Equal Love. The single just came out yesterday. It's a really good single, but yeah, I just wanted to point out the A-side. I think it's really fun, especially for summer. Yeah. The next song is Hear Me Out by EXO from their latest album. I think it was a pre-release single, but yeah, I really like that song. I really recommend it. And then the last song is Pride Bright by Juice Juice, which came out last week, I think. Yeah, another really good single. Really recommend it. It's really fun. And yeah, that's all the questions. I just want to say again, thank you so much for, you know, subscribing and watching my videos and leaving so many comments and just generally being really nice, and I hope we've cultivated a little like community here. And yeah, I've had so many comments about like people wanting to get into J-pop because of my videos, which makes me really happy. And yeah, yeah, that's it. Thank you. Thanks for watching, and yeah, I'll see you next time.